Okay, this is a level check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Less than a minute, and we're going to have the 7:15 live weather show. I've got it up and running on YouTube and on Facebook. In addition, it will soon be on Roku and on our apps and all that other good stuff. I just hit those buttons. All I've got to do now is log into the weather computer, and we will be ready to go. So give me a couple seconds. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It still says 7:14. I'm not late yet, so overall, we have got a great looking weekend ahead. And now on my clock here says 7:15. So welcome to the 7:15 live weather show from the Fox 19 Streaming Center. This is a live view from Newport on the Levee. That's the Levee building there on the left. And this is the Bourbon, Bacon, and Brews Festival. There on, of course, you can get bourbon, you can get bacon dishes along with other stuff, and you can get beer. And that's going on tonight, Saturday, and Sunday, and all 3 days look absolutely great. I'm calling it the BBB Festival because it takes too much to say. Bourbon, Bacon, and Brews. So again, that's over at Newport, Kentucky, right along the Ohio River there. And I'm sure as it gets darker, that Ferris wheel is going to look very, very nice over there. Okay, so I'm Fox 19 now Chief Meteorologist Steve Horstmeyer. This is Friday. We do this every Monday through Friday at 7:15. And in addition, we not only have it available on Facebook and YouTube, but it's available on Roku, on Apple TV, not Apple TV if you've got a TV that's got all this stuff built in, but if you have the black box, you can also see it on our website, on our news app, our weather app, and I think that's it. We may end up with some more. So Facebook, YouTube, Roku, Apple TV, weather app, news app, and the website for Fox 19, along with our streaming channel. But the streaming channel is down right now. There are some technical problems at corporate headquarters in Atlanta, and they are working on that. At least I hope they're working on it. Okay, so let's go ahead. And if you were watching yesterday, I told you that the drought index, or the drought monitor, I should say, came out yesterday, and they finally got around to showing a little bit more realistically that it's dry pretty much everywhere around the tri-state. And I thought we would be able to go into what it's going to be like here over the next 4 weeks. So what we're going to do is take a look at that. Now there is the drought monitor. And this was current as of data through Tuesday. Okay, so we did get some rainfall down in here. So there was pretty much rainfall from here in parts of Bracken County through Pendleton, Grant, Owen, into Carroll, a little bit of Switzerland County. So that moistened that up a little bit. But finally, and up here in Fayette Union and parts of Franklin County, there was a pretty good amount of rainfall. So that put them, what the drought monitor people says is near normal. But if you look at this, the rest of this is abnormally dry, with the northeast corner of Butler County and the northern part of Warren County and what they call moderate drought. And they finally got a handle on what's going on down here. Now notice, you've also got moderate drought down here, which includes all of Robertson County. And that moderate drought means it's very dry. Now, I've been getting messages from people all through Brown, Adams, Lewis, Highland, Mason, Robertson, and Bracken County saying, wait a minute, the drought monitor you've been showing says it's not very dry down here and our ponds are drying up. Well, so I don't know if it was a data issue, but they finally got a handle on it now. And again, Robertson County, very, very dry down there. Now we're going to take a look at what the models say may happen. So we're going from just a few spots being near normal, abnormally dry in most of the viewing area, with a couple spots in moderate drought in the area. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got coming up here. Okay, now this is the rainfall forecast from the Climate Forecast System that starts tomorrow and goes through the 16th of August. And I forgot to change the date there. I just noticed that. So the July 12th to August 8th is incorrect. It should be July 20th through August 8th, okay? Now, through August 16th. So 20th through the, I don't know why the last, so that title should be through the 16th. Okay, a 4.9 inches of rainfall coming our way. Yeah, I feel like I'm confused. Don't call me Joe Biden. We are talking about, there's the green line is the forecast rainfall. The brown line, which is a straight one, is the forecast needed rainfall. In other words, it's the demand, or what we call in meteorological terms, potential evapotranspiration. Evapo for evaporation from the soil, transpiration from transpiration by plants. And that's 5.2 inches. Now, the difference between what it looked like a couple weeks ago and now is very different. Typically, we had the need line up here, the rainfall line down here, and so the rainfall's come up by almost 2 inches in this 4-week stretch. The need has come down a little bit because we're getting later in the season and the sun's not up as long. We don't have as much evaporation. And so the two curves are very, very close to one another. So it looks like our moisture situation is going to improve. Okay, so if we take a look at what this would look like if we mapped it, okay, in other words, that the curves or the graphs I just showed you are for Cincinnati, so kind of the center of our viewing area. But if you would take a look at all the curves from all over the Midwest, you'd see that a good portion of Kentucky and Tennessee are going to be wet. Right here in the Fox 19 Now viewing area, we're going to be wetter than normal, okay? And then if we head toward the second half of this, the last 2 weeks of this forecast, as we head out towards the 16th and 17th of August, it's going to be mostly wetter than normal, but near to wetter than normal. And so it looks like our moisture situation is going to improve. So if we take a look at the balance sheet looks like this. We start off May 1st. So May 1st through the end of May, 89/100ths of an inch of rain more than normal. Okay, since June 1st through today, we're 3.13 below normal. The forecast demand from now until we get into the 16th to the 18th of August, 5.2 inches of rainfall. And the forecast accumulation is 4.9. So if you take and add up all the positives and negatives, we still end up about 2.5 inches less than normal from the 1st of May into about the 18th of August. However, the situation is going to improve quite a bit because we're going to go from very, very dry in most locations to much moister and that. Now, the one downside to this is as we head into late August and September, you begin to get into harvest season and farmers don't want a lot of rain to make the fields too muddy or to ruin the crops. And so too much rain in harvest season is a bad thing. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, but it does look like our moisture situation is going to improve. Two things going on. We're getting later in the season, so we have fewer hours of sunshine. The average temperature is not as warm, so there won't be as much evaporation. And we have more forecast precipitation coming our way. So our moisture situation may not be completely rosy, but it certainly looks like it is going to improve around the tri-state. Temperatures as of 7 p.m. look like this. Low 70s to low 80s around the area. And you can see the warmest spot on that map, 84 in Portsmouth. And when you factor in the humidity, and we'll do that right now with the heat index values, you can see that the heat index are really not that much. Portsmouth was 84. Look at that, the heat index 82. So the lower humidity means that your body can cool more efficiently, and it's based on perspiration because we have a couple of ways we can cool our bodies, but it's primarily from perspiration evaporation. And so when the humidity's low, you can evaporate a lot of perspiration. Okay, so here is the satellite and radar loop. What we see here, a few high thin clouds up there. They really won't make any difference to our weather. So we'll call it a clear, few thin clouds overnight, and then tomorrow mostly sunny, and this rain should all stay to the east. So we don't have any rain in the forecast until we get into Monday. 9:02 is when the sun sets now, 80 right now, heading for 11 p.m. temperature of 69. Overnight down to 60. Now there will be a few spots that drop off into the upper 50s. And again, those areas that are most vulnerable to getting cooler, of course, suburban areas, rural areas, and the low spots in those regions. So the coolest spots I'd expect, rural areas in valleys and suburban areas in valleys. So if you live in a subdivision in a suburban area and your subdivision has a big dip in one of the roads and some of the people live in that dip, you feel that when you ride a bicycle or a motorcycle or a convertible. You can feel that cooler air that pools in those low spots. And so a few low spots could end up with upper 50s to lower 60s around the tri-state. And then the high temperature tomorrow, about 86. That should occur right around 4 o'clock. And again, with the humidity where it is, the heat index probably will be 86 or cooler in most locations around the tri-state. So we're in for a very, very nice weekend. Okay, here's the climate prediction stuff. We're so busy today. We had so many technical problems with computers not working that I barely got these graphics put together for you, but we got them. So from July 25th to July 29th, oh boy, got to remember, July 25th. It's not only 7 months from Christmas Day, but it's my wife's birthday. So I'm glad I thought of that. You know how it is. So July 25th, July 29th, near to a little bit warmer than normal around the Fox 19 Now viewing area. And that cooler than normal kind of sinks to the south, a large area of near normal over Arkansas, a good portion of Tennessee, northern Mississippi and Alabama. We're warmer than normal here. That's from the 27th through the 2nd of August. And then August 3 to 16, okay? That is the 3 to 4 week outlook. That says that we're going to be on the border of near normal to warmer than normal. I think that near normal area is going to be a bit smaller than they have it depicted here, so I think slightly warmer than normal is our best bet through the middle of the month of August. Okay, here's the precipitation outlook. Now remember, we just looked at some graphs which tell us things should improve, and it looks slightly wetter than normal through the 29th. Okay, that's good news. Slightly wetter than normal through the 2nd of August, and most of the rainfall that's causing this slightly wetter than normal is going to be rainfall that comes in the typical summer form, pop-up showers and thunderstorms. So warm and humid weather is going to continue, and we could see a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms. The good part of that is if you need to get some work done outside and you can't do it in the rain, you'll be able to get it done in most cases. The bad part is that if you need the rain, you can't really count on that rain coming in and helping you out that much. Okay, so that is through the 2nd of August, and then through the 3rd through the 16th, looks like we stay slightly to wetter than normal in the eastern U.S. And so again, the stuff we looked at directly out of the models says our moisture situation should improve as we head toward the middle of August. And the Climate Prediction Center kind of agrees with that. Of course, they looked at the same model stuff. So I feel pretty good that we can say that we're going to stay warm, not really hot, but a little bit warmer than normal, and we're going to have wetter than normal conditions for the most part, and our drought situation should improve quite a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that 7-day forecast. 60 and 86 for Saturday, 63 and 87 for Sunday. Monday, the humidity comes back in, and we're looking at a high of 85 and scattered showers and thunderstorms. So let's take a look at this. The dew point temperatures today in the 50s. Tomorrow, they'll be in the 50s, but notice it makes it to 62 by 8 p.m. So we're starting to see that humidity move back into the tri-state late in the day on Saturday. But the dew point at 62 is really not enough to make you think, oh my God, it's so awful out here. That's the 70s. So 62 is you'll just notice the humidity. It might be a little uncomfortable, but not that bad. Okay, and then when we head for Sunday and Monday, for Sunday we've got 50s again, so very comfortable weather for Sunday. Then on Monday, we see the dew point temperature make it to the upper 60s, the upper half of the 60s by 8 p.m. And not on this is the dew points on Tuesday, which will be around the 70-degree mark. So Monday, a bit humid with a chance of a shower or thunderstorm, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday looks like humid and uncomfortably humid to pretty sultry around the tri-state. I don't think we're going to see anything like we've had recently, but definitely going to be warmer and more humid. Okay, and then beyond the 7-day, looks like this. Notice there are no 90s there, but we do have 2 days, the 29th and the 2nd, where the high temperature is 89 degrees. And each day, there could be a shower chance. Okay, now, again, I don't want you to worry about this and start, canceling plans, because this is that typical. These days are going to be warm and humid. Okay, by the time we get to the 27th, this is warmer than normal. So it looks like we'll be at or warmer than normal through the entire 7-day stretch. Each day we'll have enough humidity to set off a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. But most days, most people don't get a lot of rainfall. So even though our rainfall situation looks like it's going to improve, it'll be a slow improvement, and it will happen in steps. And some spots may not get much rain for a week or so at a time. So there's the beyond the 7-day, and here is the summary graphic for that. High temperatures, the high line, the lower line is the low temperatures. Straight lines are the normals, and you can see that we get to normal again by Saturday the 27th, and then we stay above normal through the 2nd of August on the high side. On the low side, it looks like we're pretty close to normal through the entire time, but mostly warmer than normal. Okay, so I'll tell you what, it has been a long day, man. One of those days where you think, oh, okay, I've got that solved. Now we're getting ahead, but we don't. Okay, go to this camera. So now we're on camera number 1. We're supposed to be on camera number 1. Now we're on camera number 1. And I'll go to the Facebook page, see what we got as far as comments go. And then if we don't have many more comments, I will shut it down because I've still got some technical issues I've got to iron out over in the weather office. All right. Okay, I'm making my way back to the web browser with the Facebook page in it. All right, here we go. Okay, so Jerry Ray says, there he is. Yep, where else would I be, Jerry? But thanks for watching. Patrice Dove, hey Steve, nice forecast you get to deliver tonight. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Remember, I'm only the messenger, so if the weather's horrible and I tell you it's going to be horrible, that's just my job. So, but I'm really happy to be able to tell you it's going to be a great weekend. And thanks, Patrice. You have a nice weekend too. Katie Lynn Martinez says good evening good evening, Katie Lynn. Thanks for watching. Garnet Rothwell, good evening, Steve. Beautiful, but a little muggy here in Adams County. Have an enjoyable weekend. Yeah, and you know what? If you look at our viewing area is several thousand square miles. And if you also look at it, I could put a map up, but I'll just turn my back. And here's Cincinnati. Here's Adams County. Adams County is a good 50 miles in the southern part of Adams County, quite a bit further south than Cincinnati. And so you have a little bit different weather than us. And so, yeah, it's a little bit muggy out that way, a little bit more than it is here. But it still looks like it's going to be a great weekend. Okay, Cecilia McClay. I'm not sure what you're saying here because you just named Cindy Lewis Cervisi. So, is that okay? Well, Cecilia, I'm not sure what you were saying there, but Ann Harshman says hi. Hi, Ann. Melvin Stone Street. It's going to be hot on Monday. Have a good weekend. Yeah, hot and humid. So that heat index, even though we've got a high temperature on Monday of 85, the heat index will make it feel more like it's around 90, and we've got that chance for a shower or thunderstorm popping up around the tri-state. Sandy Berry, good evening. Beautiful day. Yes, Sandy, it really was. I hope you have a great weekend. Kathy Jackson, thanks for the weather update. You're very welcome. I'm glad to do that for you. Okay, and we do this every evening, every Monday through Friday at 7:15. Now, in addition to Monday through Friday at 7:15, Monday through Friday at noon, it's either Ethan Emery or Ashley Smith. Both of them are meteorologists, and they will have a 20-minute version for you. They can't go as long as we can in the evening because our bandwidth is needed for other stuff, to put it as a short explanation. So, so they have a 20-minute update there. And then Ethan Emery at 6 p.m. both Saturday and Sunday has his, and he can go as long as he wants on that one. So 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, and then meteorologist Ashley Smith at 11 a.m. on both Saturday and Sunday. And so they'll be both in for the weekend here. Okay, what else do we have going on here? All right, so let me show you the 7-day forecast one more time, and then we will call it a little early. I like to try and keep it at a half an hour, but, you know, on a Friday, everybody's got better things to do than to listen to me talk about the weather. So here we go, and let's see. I've always got to make sure what's showing on the computer. Okay, there's the B, and here comes the 7-day forecast. Okay, so overnight down to 60. Now there will be many rural areas. If you live in an area where, let's say you're in a valley, or we just mentioned Adams County being kind of muggy. Adams County's got a lot of terrain, like Highland County, like Brown County does. So if you happen to be on one of the hilltops, you'll probably have 58, 59, or 60 for the morning low. But if you're in one of the valleys, it may be 54 or 55 for a short time as that cool air drains into those valleys. So overall, tonight's low 60, high tomorrow 86, 63 and 87 on Sunday. And here is what we think of the dew points. Friday, that's today's dew points, in the 50s. Saturday, also in the 50s, but a little higher as we head into the evening hours. And then for Sunday and Monday, we're looking at 50s for Sunday, so another very nice day. And then the humidity begins a steady but slow climb on Monday, and we'll see some spots on Tuesday with dew points in the 70s. And then for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, excuse me, for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, high temperatures in the low 80s, humidity on the high side, so sticky enough to make you feel uncomfortable, lows in the upper 60s, and that tells you that there could be a few pop-up showers or thunderstorms each day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then beyond the 7-day forecast, same thing. We have temperatures a little bit warmer than normal, as we showed you on the graph there. Chance of a shower each day, so fairly warm, fairly humid weather for that 7-day stretch from the 27th through the 2nd of August. Okay, so that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining me. Have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy whatever you're going to do this weekend. And please join me again Monday at 7:15, and I'll have the latest for you and be glad to answer any of your questions. So enjoy your weekend. Thanks for joining me.